Hello, all my wonderful beautiful Maverick Nation, it's me the Dark Shadow Maverick and welcome to What If Zack Was of Alucard's Blood. Chapter 3, Cross His Heart and Hope to Die. Mokinaki, Japan. 10 years. It was the 10-year anniversary of that fateful day in which Zack had left Kyo to head off to God knows where. Within the first year and all the way through the second and finally third year, Kyo had begun going to a therapist to try and help with his crippling depression. Ever since Zack had left come the fourth year and Kyo had saved Megami from some thug, and eventually by the fifth year Kyo and Megami had actually started going on dates, as Megami had managed to slowly help get Kyo of his major funk, and by the sixth year Kyo had actually mustered up the courage to propose to Megami with her quickly with a yes followed by a kiss on the lips, in which Kyo gladly accepted, with the two of them getting married soon after. And by the seventh year Megami had gotten pregnant, and after the 9-month wait she finally gave birth to a beautiful baby girl Kyo and Megami named Zaisha in the memory of both of their previous Mamoto partners. And by the 8th year little Zaisha had grown into a beautiful 1-year-old girl, and by the 9th year Zaisha had gone through quite a growth spurt, and now finally at the present time the Takamines were all having a wonderful day, with Kyo embracing Megami from behind as she hummed a tune while making dinner with Zaisha out in the backyard playing pretend. Kyo dear, would you please go get Zaisha and tell her that dinner's ready? Of course Megami darling, Zaisha honey, dinner's ready. Kyo is shocked to find that Zaisha is nowhere to be seen, just as a news reporter is talking about Mokinaki being under some sort of ghoul invasion, causing Kyo and Megami's skin to turn pale and for them to run outside and try and find Zaisha, eventually coming to a stop when they see a man in a gray business suit and tie, with a short girl wearing clown makeup, probably a Mamoto, seeing as the man had one hand holding out a silver-colored book with his other hand brandishing a gun with that arm specifically snaked around the tiny body of their poor Zaisha. Not only that, but this person also seemed to have an army of what must have been hundreds upon thousands of these ghoul creatures under his control somehow. And that's when they saw them: two glowing red eyes, two pointed ears, and rows upon rows of sharpened teeth. This man was not a man at all, he was a vampire, and that's how he was able to control the ghouls. And then suddenly the sound of a helicopter overhead could be heard, as then suddenly a chopper could be seen flying overhead as a person then jumped out. However, they never activated their parachute, simply diving down towards the ground, landing on their feet with not a scratch on them. That's when they both realized something: this person looked familiar, eerily familiar. Finally, now we can get this show on the road, exclaimed Zack as he then took out a cigar and lighter, lighting the cig as he placed it in his mouth, then loading the electrifier and making a familiar hand gesture to anyone who is a fan of Hellsing. Releasing restraint level 3, holding release restraint level 3 until all targets are silenced. No. No. No, it can't be true. The scriptures about the Vampire King never mentioned anything about the bloody bastard having a son. Dammit. Jiani, do your thing, Gory Yuzen. Jiani shoots a series of explosive marbles of varying sizes from her fingertips at Zack, resulting in him turning into a bloody chalk outline on the ground, and then regenerates. Ahahaha, you morons, my darkness, which is the darkness of myself, Zack Bell, asset of the Hellsing organization. Now Jiani, don't go getting things twisted. You had your chance to run away with your non-existent tail tucked in between your legs, but no, instead you chose red pill. Now eat a dick and die. Zack shoots Jiani in the heart, killing her. Fuck you, I will not die at your command. Ghouls, light em up like a fucking Christmas tree. All 7,654 of Succo's ghouls fire all of their bullets at Zack, leaving him as a simple puddle of blood as he regenerates yet again and airs out the electrifier on all of the ghouls. Succo Tagashiwa, you simple-minded fool, I am the no-life prince, I am the bird of Hermes, but above all else I am the son of Alucard. Zack Bell Tempest. Zack makes Succo shoot himself in the head with his telekinesis. Damn, that was priceless. And now for the little lady. Kyo and Megami race over towards where a absolutely giddy Zack and an absolutely terrified Zaisha are. Oh my god, Zaisha honey, are you alright, Zaisha? Zaisha said a worried Megami. Oh my god, Zack, is that you? Exclaimed a worried Kyo. Hello Takamani-san, exclaimed a pissed off Zack. Damn it, Kyo, get away from him, he's like Succo, let's do this, Brago. Gigano Ray Ice, exclaimed Sherry. Zack deflects Brago's Gigano Ray Ice and it hits Megami, killing her. Gravy Ray, exclaimed Sherry before Zack pulled out Rip Van Winkle's musket and impaling Sherry through the heart with it. Sherry, exclaimed Brago before Zack grazed his head into the ground a total of 7 times, killing him. How could you, Zack, exclaimed Kyo. Simple, just like it would be very simple for you to get out of the middle of the road, said Zack, just for Kyo to turn his head to see a car crash into him with Zack looming over him, dragging him out of Zaysha's line of sight. Zack, what are you doing, said Kyo. What the fuck does it look like I'm doing, Kyo geese? For someone who's supposed to be so smart you can be real fucking retard sometimes, a trait that I plan on rectifying in the poor little orphan. Zaysha, before it even has time to rear its ugly as fuck head, and taking her under my wing as a godfather-like figure of sorts. Wait, what do you mean, orphan, said Kyo. Goodbye, Kyo Takamine, said Zack as he shoots Kyo in the head, killing him. And getting on the phone with Saras back at the Helsing HQ. Zack, since you're calling me, I assume that your mission in Mokinaki went off without a hitch. Precisely, Master. In fact, I actually think you might like my new recruit. Ah ha 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 ha. Chapter 3 end.
And if you guys thought that was dark and morbid as hell, that was the intention. I mean, come on, it's Helsing here. I mean, come on. So yeah, that was chapter 3. I love being me. Anyways, deuces.